Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Good friends and trends that bend the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with Super Fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow. Good vibes from head to toe. Let the happiness take you in.
Good morning, everybody! Welcome to the Super Fast Tortoise Show. Now being streamed on Twitch for today's chat and chill session. We got a good group of people here. We got MTG Hillbilly. What's up?
What's up?
We got Hellwheeler. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, trying to get the cat off me.
All right.
Always chooses the perfect time to jump on top of you.
That's right. We got kjcowboydan, the man. What's up?
We are here hanging out. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself. For those of you guys joining us, as Tortoise said, I am streaming today's show exclusively today only on Twitch. We're testing out the simulcast.
Oh yeah, because there's plans we have in the future where we're going to do this again. We just don't know when, but it will be for a special event. And yeah, having a blast.
Indeed. Just don't careful, guys. Don't scare away Ivory. He's crept into chat on Twitch, and he doesn't know this bunch of insanity. So, I mean, he is insane like the rest of us. So he's probably good.
All right. But yeah, let's say hello to people in chat. We do have Ivory Mars 122013. Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
Chilling out, relax. You might be on the Twitch side, but say hello. You rock. You roll. That's right. And
Thank
we
you
got
for joining me
Lone
and helping me out
Wolf.
last night.
Yeah,
Lone
Lone
Wolf.
Wolf. That's right, Lone Wolf. You rock. We had fun playing games with you last night. Your squirrel deck was a little nuts, but we made it through. I still won. Proud moment. Yeah, scare me. Not gonna happen, says Ivory. Nice. But hey, behind the scenes, we were talking about pizza, like delicious pizzas, different kinds of pizzas. Then Hellwheeler got this weird thought that hot dogs on pizza is good.
Blasphemy!
I don't know what you mean. It was one of the most awesome stuffed crusts Domino's had ever done. And they never brought it back. I've been waiting to see hot dog stuffed crust, and all I can do is put it on the top of my pizza for the time being.
Right. Hey, chat, let us know your thoughts on hot dogs on pizza. Would you rather have hot dogs on pizza or pineapple? That's the question.
Or both. Both is also very good. And see, I'm glad Ivory's accepting it. Look, hot dogs are good on pizza. Exactly.
We got Backwoods Collector. Hey, planting those trees so you don't have to. Hey.
What's up, Backwoods?
Backwoods. We got TCG Dude. Hey.
TCG Dude.
What's up, TCG Dude?
That's right, TCG Dude.
Somebody send me a sleeve.
That's right. Ivory says, pizza. And he's like, pineapples on pizza is criminal. It's criminal.
Hey, hold it there. Hold it there, Ivory. There's nothing wrong with a good bit of pineapple on your pizza.
That's right. Well, saying it doesn't honestly sound the worst idea. I'd give it a try, just not pineapple on pizza. You know what's funny? is I don't mind pineapples on pizza. It doesn't bother me, right? Like,
Yes,
you
I
know,
hear.
it depends what kind of pizza the pineapple's on. You want to know a good way to have pineapple on a pizza? You have extra cheese, you have pineapple, you have jalapenos, and you have bacon in it. Oh my lord! Mwah.
You also got to put ham on that dang on thing too.
If you have
Indeed.
to have ham on it,
If you got to have ham, a particular ham I prefer is more the Canadian bacon style ham. So we're going to go ham chunks, Canadian bacon, and bacon. Now, I prefer a salted bacon if you can on that pineapple pizza. If you can't give me a salted bacon, then give me a true Hawaiian that has all the fixings that a Hawaiian pizza has, plus anchovies.
Stop trying to put the anchovies on. You were talking there about smoked Canadian bacon, and I was starting to think, oh, it's looking good. We've got a bit of pineapple, bit of smoked Canadian bacon. Or you know what? We're going with Canadian theme. Why don't we just shove some maple syrup on top as well?
Please, yes. Let's.
Now, doesn't that all sound great? And then you go, let's add anchovies.
You guys are starting to sound like Ninja Turtles. Pretty soon you're gonna be putting breakfast cereal on your pizza.
Okay, now you got to play that bumper.
All right, now which breakfast cereal did the Ninja Turtles put on?
Oh, that's funny. Well, like, do you remember the show The Next Mutation?
Yeah.
You're right. There was an episode where they had a bowl of cereal and they were putting mustard on it for some reason. I'm like, whatever makes the weirdness cool, I guess.
The Next Mutation was when they introduced Venus, right?
Yeah, the female turtle of the live action series.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Venus de Milo. She was absolutely my teenage crush on when it came down to the Ninja Turtles. Finally had a turtle I can crush on.
That's probably one of the weirdest things that's been said on the show, but hey, we'll let it fly. Let's see. Ivory says everything is wrong with pineapple on pizza. Hey, that's all opinion.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
with a capital O. Oh, opinion.
Ooh. Ivory says I'm that Canadian that has put maple syrup on pizza.
Right? I like maple syrup on pizza though. It's actually pretty good if you take the pizza crust and dunk it in maple syrup. It's something that I like to do myself.
It's
I mean, you started saying about Canadian bacon and everything. I thought, why not? You've got to shove some maple syrup on there if you're going the full Canadian.
But it's a thing. It's a thing. People do it. It's a thing.
Huh?
Wow.
Oh, we got Lulu. Like, all right. Is it just me? And it's a weird thought, but don't you think of like Xena Warrior Princess when you hear the word Lulu when she does that little cry in the show? That's right. That's funny.
I don't know, but I think Lulu's starting to get conflicted because they originally used to come in bringing just their drinking tea. Perfect. No complaints there. But now they've added a coffee bean. So I feel like they're now stuck between, do I drink tea or do I drink coffee?
Well, maybe in Britain it'll be considered an expensive delicacy where you drink tea with a couple random coffee beans just floating in the tea.
Tea with a hint of coffee. Interesting.
I do apologize for my Twitch bot, by the way. It's letting my Twitch people know that my Pokemon game is active. I apologize.
I remember like, I was just thinking about that. Oh, this bot?
Yeah, I apologize. For those people in my Twitch chat, if you hit ! Pokey catch, you can actually catch yourself a Pokemon too.
Gotta catch them all. What happens if what happens? Right, I don't know if it's ever happened in a game, but I can imagine it happened in life. You're randomly walking through a field, and all of a sudden you're attacked by 3 Pikachus.
I think you'd definitely have to see somebody regarding electrical hazard.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if I'd want to have a Pikachu as a pet if I were living in the Pokemon land of Kanto.
I find that news shocking.
I kind of want like a useful Pokemon, like
hey, now Pikachu's necessarily unuseful. I mean, Pikachu
He can charge your phone. Pikachu's only
refuses
use
to go
is
in
to
the
charge
ball.
your phone. You know,
I
give
hope
me.
you don't need to sneak anywhere because he does not go in his Pokeball whatsoever.
Right. Tishu Dude says, as a youth, I crushed on Shannon Elizabeth. Don't know who that is,
yeah.
but don't feel bad, Dan. We all had that one growing up.
Yeah.
Lulu says, I actually got my YouTube channel name from Duel Links from a character because one named Lulu and one named Blue Sky. Oh, nice.
Oh, good
Interesting.
combination. Good combination.
Let's see. Ivory says, I would love to have a Pikachu as a pet. Right? Pikachu's awesome.
I'd be like, here, charge my phone, Pika. In the meantime, Gengar is my Pokemon. You know, just saying. Gengar is my Pokemon.
There we go.
What's the reasoning behind Gengar?
See, now we had to switch out hats because we talked about Pokemon. See that? See what we did?
I like Hunter.
Right. If you put it together, you get Lulu Sky YouTube. Nice. That's right. She was a girl in American Pie and another teen movie. Also, main girl in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back.
Yeah, she was in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. Ooh, movies I haven't seen in a long time, over 20 years, believe it or not.
Well, I'm just waiting for them to do, for Kevin Smith to stop teasing me with the possibility of a Mallrats return.
A Mallrats too.
Yeah, Kevin Smith keeps on teasing me with a Mallrats return. It's got to happen.
Right. Too bad Stan Lee couldn't redo a scene or cameo again.
That was the best scene ever. Was Stan Lee sitting there talking to Brody? Right.
It was a good scene. Mallrats is a fine movie. Kevin Lee might do it again. I think that's his name.
Kevin Lee. Yeah.
I could see them doing Mallrats again, but like it would be more of a depressing movie because the decline of malls and the decline of stores. It'd have to be like a coming of adult age movie, like reality hits. Malls are not as fun as they used to be.
Well, if they did a Mallrats movie, it'll give the actor who played Dante Hicks a chance to come back and recast his character. Because the actor who played Dante Hicks, he plays all the Hickses in his family in the entire series. Every single character that is played by Brian, his name is Brian O'Hare. Every character that he plays in that series is a member of Dante's family, and so in Mallrats, that's his cousin who is doing the dating game scene. And
what Kevin should do? You know what Kevin Smith should do? And maybe I'm just crazy thinking this, but kind of do what they did with M. Night Shyamalan's universe, where they brought different movies and made a story out of it.
Oh,
have Mallrats and Dogma become a story.
Dude, I would like that. Also, Kevin Smith has recently said that he has gotten the rights to Dogma back, so he's actually working on a script for Dogma too. Right,
but have characters cross over, because wouldn't it be cool if because a lot of people in the world today don't know that Matt Damon and what's his face. Matt Damon's like bestie in the show.
Oh yeah, Matt Damon and now you made me forget his name.
Ben something.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. Yeah, like if they show up as angels to decimate the rest of the mall, and the two people have to save the mall from their destroying of the mall. That sounds very Kevin Smith.
Well, in a sense, they have done that twice already. In Chasing Amy was referenced, and they actually had the cast of Chasing Amy in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back at the end when they're walking out of the movie theater. They had Randall from Clerks in Chase, and they had of course always Jay and Silent Bob in those movies, and they had the kids who's always buying the contraband from Jay and Silent Bob. Those two kids were in every single movie, and particularly the one of the two kids played the same character as far back as Mallrats. and he had problems seeing the 3D boat, if you remember him.
Kind of, but not really. It's been a long time since I've seen the movies.
Yeah, Jason Mewes. Oh man, I love him.
Going to be here in Anchorage in Arctic Comic Con this week, and I'm looking at tickets. Meow.
Cool.
Yeah, Jason Mewes, his story, it's pretty sad, but he's come a long way from where he's been because he got stuck on drugs for a while, and Kevin Smith and helped him get out of it, and other people have helped him get out of it.
They actually wrote it into their storyline, actually, with Clerks 2. When they introduced the Buddy Christ, no, it wasn't before they introduced Buddy Christ. But in Clerks 2, when they they talk about how like he's no longer they're no longer doing drugs anymore. But weed's not a drug, he said in the thing. But they introduced how like Jason Mewes' sobriety into it. Now Jason Mewes has some kids now, and he's a very happy father. He posts on his Twitter page all the time and posts pictures of his kids and himself.
Hey, look. I'm just happy that he's gotten out of that funk because that's never a good funk.
It's sad to see people lose their lives over and careers over addiction.
Yeah, that's one of those this is one of those times where I wish I had a segment, the more you know, or like back when G.I. Joe would do like a segment, the anti-drug
and knowing is half the battle.
Right, knowing's half the battle. It'd be cool if we could get away with that. But copyright. Even from the 80s, things are still copyrighted.
Yep.
But yeah. But like there's a lot going on in the world today, and there's a lot of good and non-native and a lot of weird. But like no matter what you do, I don't think anything will trump how weird pizza and hot dogs are.
Right.
Pizza and hot dogs.
Right.
Now, as a combination, I just say blasphemy, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, I'll try it once. But then I'm like, hot dogs makes me want to have ketchup. And tomato sauce on pizza is not necessarily ketchup because even though it is a form of tomato sauce.
TCG Dude is asking you, Dan, if you ever got his postcard.
Oh, I was just I was responding in chat, but I'll respond in voice. I have been a little preoccupied with checking my mail, but I'm going to be checking my mail today, so I should have gotten it.
That's right. Should have gotten it. All right. I'm still waiting on my stuff from Wizards of the Coast.
No telling when you'll get that.
That's right. Man,
I'm kind of excited to go and check the mail. Actually, I got to go check the mail because I'm not only TCG's dude's postcard in there, which I never get postcards, which is so exciting. Something to put on the refrigerator and look at and go, yeah, I have a friend. See,
you got a friend in me. Da-na-na-na-na. You got a friend in me. I'm the mailman, and you got a friend in me. Bad song lyrics, but hey.
I was thinking about I got friends in low places.
It's friends in low places. That tells you how old Hillbilly is. You know how old that song is.
Yep.
I understand that because we live our life on the internet. You can't really get much lower than that. But I appreciate you acknowledging that we are your friends in these low places.
That's right. That's right. These low places are the highlights of your life.
Yep.
When Hillbilly finally grows up, he's going to remember these days.
I don't want to grow up. I want to be a magic player.
At least we're friends in low places. If we were friends in high places, you wouldn't be able to reach us.
Also, I don't think Jesse'd be able to get there because likely the high place is not wheelchair accessible.
That too. I mean, it'd be friends in high places while you look down at me who's stuck there trying to go,
Well, you can climb up the stairs, right? Can you just pull yourself up?
I was thinking maybe the best bit would be to make sure I'm strapped in on my chair and then you chuck me down a rope. And I try.
That's not exactly true. That's not exactly true. You can be you can have friends at high places. I mean, you could be hanging out with Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh,
I guess it depends on your definition of high places.
You could be hanging out with Snoop Dogg.
Yes, please.
and Martha Stewart.
Right?
Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart
Right?
at the same time.
Yeah,
I mean,
or you could hang out with Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
Well, no, well, they do more than just the stuff that get you in high places.
yeah, right.
Cheech and Chong will get canceled in today's world.
in the well, Chong's always getting canceled in today's world.
That's right.
Hey man, whoa, my name's Dave too. Yeah, Jesse found it weird that I said Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. You haven't seen their show that they do together? They do a morning show together.
I didn't know they did a morning show
think
together,
so.
but I know they did commercials and stuff together.
Yeah, they do a morning show together where it's pretty much the Martha Stewart show, but she teaches. She doesn't necessarily teach, but she makes special food for as part of the segment, and she's practically best friends with Snoop Dogg. The way it comes across, they do a lot of commercials together. They do a lot of content together. They had the morning show together. They wrote a cookbook together for High Times magazine. It's pretty good cookbook. I actually got it. I never used it, but I have it in my little. This is something I got right there, type of thing.
I want to say hello to Mrs. Hillbilly. Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey,
All right.
Mrs. Hillbilly.
She's like Toy Story song. She caught my reference earlier.
Yep.
But yeah, but no. But what a wonderful day it is. It is Friday. What's the exact date? The 25th? Yeah, April 25th. Friday, April 25th, everybody. I'm dating the live. Episode 26. Isn't it weird? Right? Today's the 25th, but the episode's 26.
It is. You're just like one off. Oh, well. I mean, but today is the. I guess you can say it's the 26th episode of the rebooted first season of the 4th month of the 25th day of the 25th year.
That sounded way more complicated than that.
In the
That's what I was
2000.
thinking. I think you lost me halfway there.
But look, we are looking for donations. Hellwheeler is looking for a TARDIS. She needs to buy one, a full working TARDIS. So,
Who doesn't want a full working TARDIS?
the only reason why I'd use the TARDIS is to go see the dinosaurs.
Have we checked though that the TARDIS doors will get my wheelchair through?
Oh,
I'm sure if we open probably both doors, right? I mean, one door's probably not going to work, but
Well, I've never seen a police box in real life, so you're gonna have to tell me. You've probably seen them when you've been to London a few times. So, would a wheelchair fit in a police box?
I mean, ironically, actually, police boxes and things and telephone boxes are starting to become these invisible things. They're more pictures than actually existing anywhere. Very annoying.
TC Dude said he saw Tom Segura last night. Anyone here have any favorite comedians? Sadly, half the favorite comedians I loved have passed away. But Ralphie May, hilarious. One of my favorite comedians to listen to that's still alive is Fat and Fluffy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. I was trying to think of his name, but all I'm getting is Fluffy.
It's Gabriel Iglesias.
Gabriel Iglesias, yeah.
I was getting Enrique in my head, and I was like, no, that's the singer. Go away, Enrique. We don't care about you right now.
All right.
You can be my hero, baby.
I have to admit, I can get canceled for my choices, but I'll let Jesse continue.
But I'm totally with Tortoise though. Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy is great.
Well, my favorite comedian that's still alive would have to be Eddie Murphy.
Does he still do stand up?
I don't know if he's still doing stand up, but I love his movies.
Well, he just released a new Beverly Hills Cop movie to Netflix. So Beverly Hills Cop 4 finally got released on Netflix, and that was pretty good.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah. It's awesome. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Well, yeah. Like favorite movie, comedian and movie. Like one of my favorite comedians and movies was Jim Carrey for a while.
Yeah.
I love John Candy, but
Yeah.
sadly passed away.
Yeah.
Chris Farley was hilarious. Some old school.
Oh,
people.
Chris Farley, absolutely. I really liked Chris Farley. First of all, the physical humor. He understood who he was and what he was about. It's really sad that Chris Farley had another person who had a sad addiction that unfortunately ended their life and career. But
Right.
and
you can't forget Robin Williams either.
Robin
Right.
Williams,
Yeah.
definitely not. I'll tell you what, Robin Williams. I always think of when I think of Robin Williams now. I don't think of Genie. A lot of people are like, oh, the Genie, or I think of Mork from Mork and Mindy.
I don't. I think of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire. The one movie I think of most with Robin Williams, none of you mentioned, which is one of his best films ever, in my opinion. Hook.
Yeah, Hook was good too.
I was always more of a Rufio
Basically, we're
fan.
saying Robin Williams here.
Yeah,
Lone Wolf is technically not a comedian. Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler is a comedian.
Adam
Yep.
Sandler is a
Hilarious,
comedian.
cable guy. Also, Waterboy, favorite.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember my first Adam Sandler experience. I was in high school and I got an Adam Sandler cassette of his comedy. And oh my God, did my mom break that cassette when she heard me playing it.
Mm-hmm. Kevin G says Adam Sandler used to do stand-up, so yes, he was a comedian. Yep.
Yep.
Kevin G, hello.
He started out in stand-up, yeah.
And he did his musical songs like "Oh My Hanukkah,"
Which eventually had a movie made, and a cartoon movie made.
That was the craziest 8 nights of my life.
Yep. Can't remember his name, but Ernest. Everybody knows Ernest.
Yeah, the actor who played Ernest, Ernest P. Worrell.
Yep.
His name's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, I can't
He
think
played
of
in
it
Beverly
either.
Hillbillies too, the movie.
Yeah. And Ernest Goes to Jail. I mean, he's had all kinds of movies.
Okay.
Ernest Goes to Jail.
Are you ready? His name is Jim Varney. He also played in the Toy Story movies. The second Toy Story reference we're going to make today. He was Slinky Dog in the Toy Story movies until he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a good comedian. I mean, I'd sit there and watch all of his movies and just laugh my hind end off of all of his movies.
Well, his style of comedy references that common YouTuber today who does like fun vlogs, outstanding humor kind of stuff. He was like the original YouTuber back in the day.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was a great comedian. He was a great actor, and I'll tell you what, his face is just iconic. We also failed to leave out, since we're on a network that kind of promotes a form of freedom of speech. We forgot to mention George Carlin, who had the 7 words you don't say on television.
Well, here's a sin. I never really seen George Carlin.
Me neither.
The closest to George Carlin that I watched was Louis Black.
Okay.
And you can understand that reference. Like, I know who Carlin is. I just never seen him.
Right. Well, a lot of people don't nowadays, especially a lot of the kids don't realize, hey, George Carlin was in a lot of the good movies that are still being aired today. Dogma, great role, and from what I understand, he improvised half of his lines in Dogma.
Well, I mean, the guy was really smart and ahead of his game back in the day. There's a lot of smart comedians that get to do it. Like Like one of my favorite Jim Carrey films is not a Jim Carrey movie, but he's a main star in it. Was it Batman Forever or Batman? The one where he plays
Batman
Riddler?
Forever. That was Forever.
Like it's one of the like. See, here's another sin. I got rid of the original Batman movie out of my DVD collection, but I kept Batman Forever because Jim Carrey was awesome.
Yep.
Mm.
I mean, there's so many great comedians out there. And then there's some comedians that they just rub me the wrong way. I just don't find their stuff funny.
Well, it's all how you feel and opinionated, you know.
Right.
Like I understand how you can relate to Ralphie May more than you can relate to Adam Sandler because Ralphie May makes jokes about how he eats a lot and you eat a lot.
Yep.
I kidding. Kev G. Never heard of George Carlin. Looked him up and never seen him.
All right. I'm gonna recommend before you watch his comedy show, watch him in like one of his movies that he starred in the 80s. And then watch his routine on 7 Things You Can't Say on Television.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he's kind of dirty. He's very adult. He's very cancelable in today's culture. But he did have a lot of valid points with the way the entertainment industry was going at the time, and way ahead of his time now, especially with the current, I don't want to say the word, but current politics and entertainment. He was way ahead of his time.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yes, Kebby G, I agree.
Yeah,
Rodney Dangerfield, on the other hand, I watched Rodney Dangerfield. Like I find him funnier in his movies than I did in his stand-up and his little TV show.
Yep.
It's very hard for a lot of people to handle Rodney Dangerfield because he was of the insult comic variety.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, no respect.
That's right. But he is a classic. Like, doesn't mean if I don't like him or don't care about them as a person, doesn't mean I don't understand their importance to society. Because people like George Carlin, Rodney Dangerfield really shook up and brought a lot of truth to people's minds that weren't there before, people weren't thinking of. They highlighted moments that people needed to get to kind of progress into the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kevin G says his stand-up just made fun of himself. He did that a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Kevin G, I get no respect. That's right. There's woke and there's Colin woke.
Yep.
I was trying not to use that word, but yeah. I'm not a big fan of that word only because I feel like people put a definition to it that's not right. I don't think that they understand that that word actually means weaponized political correctness and not like a socialized political correctness. There's a difference where your political correctness as in a social manner is different than your political correctness when you're using it against somebody. And woke is when you use it against somebody.
Right.
You know,
and there's a lot in today's realm. Or too many. Like, I understand caring about what people might think and how they feel, but I think there's a lot of too much wokeness in the world where you tell someone something straight and you tell them something, like when I say to tell them something straight, like tell them the truth, like as honest and as raw as it could be, that they need to hear, and they get offensive and you get in trouble for telling them they need to, act up better.
Right. That right there is woke, because that's weaponizing the political correctness. Once you start weaponizing your beliefs against somebody else, that's where we have an issue. Like I have very limited issues with people using political correctness in film and television. My issue is when you weaponize it, and that's a major problem with society nowadays, is weaponizing their beliefs. And I respect you for believing what you believe, But remember, there are people out there who don't, and our world changes slowly and not at the pace that everybody would like it to.
Right. Yeah.
That's when
Yeah.
it's shoved in your face and you have no choice but to see it, or it's put into a game. It's so obviously. I mean, there's ways you can do it where you're not really going to notice it. It's put in there, but you can still enjoy the movie, the game, whatever it is, and you won't realize that that's there. It's still
Well-
getting through to you. You're still
Well-
seeing it, but it's
Well-
not something that you can't, you know.
Well, here's the oddball thing about it. People get offended when someone puts something like that in a movie, and they act like they have no choice but to be influenced by it. The truth is, you always have a choice. People just choose to ignore it.
Right.
But there's also a big thing that we all have, because you mentioned choice, right?
Mhm.
We all have the choice of what content we imbibe.
That's right. What the heck? I was so left field.
He was giving us content. He was giving us the content.
Oh,
Welcome
mean-
back, Ivory.
welcome back.
What's up, Ivory? Welcome back.
Yeah, stop telling me that I'm using toxic masculinity. I'm just a man, dang it. That's right.
Right. Yeah. You know, it's not my fault I was born toxic and masculine.
Well, it's like it just depends on the sensitivity of the subject. That's why it's hard to talk about this kind of stuff and whatnot, because there's political wokeness, there's emotional awareness, there's sensitivity, there's people who overreact. You know, like you stumble upon something little and someone's like, that's world changing, you know, turning a molehill into a mountain.
Yep.
That's like the invisible line. You can go up to this point and you're all right.
Mhm.
But like a step over, and then people are going to start saying you're, you know, saying something wrong or insulting someone. And it's not that your intention to do that.
Ivory says, I had some butthole at my house trying to sell me stuff I don't need or want it.
Yeah, you know, we get those too, and then it's like I noticed this. They try to like the people who use weaponized political correctness. I just can't use that word. Sorry. When they weaponize it, they weaponize it for everything from sales, marketing to whatnot. Even here in the Magic community, we've had a few conversations regarding where Magic the Gathering has gone, especially I guess earlier last year when they had a particular person who did make the arrangements for the Spider-Man stuff. I guess there are people who don't like that executive for Wizards of the Coast for such reasons.
Was it Super Fast Tortoise changing his name to Super Based Tortoise?
Super based tortoise. Absolutely. We're on the Super Based podcast now.
It sounds like you're basting a turkey or something like that.
Mhm.
But you're basting a tortoise. Wrong based word, but the sound of it's like, oh, I'm oven baking a tortoise, and here's how I'm basting it with sauce.
Well, you can always use that word in another form. Jessie decided to play Minecraft. She built herself a base. Now she's based.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you mean I built myself a base?
Oh,
you
you
know
dug a
very well
hole.
I don't. Exactly. I don't build a base. I dig a hole.
Right. I dig a hole to hide in it. Okay, I heard Tortoise says, you know, I wouldn't doubt it. I'd try it if someone had it prepared and ready for me. I'm not going to do it myself.
Right. Well, I didn't take it. You know, I didn't kill it. I didn't cook it. It was food, and it would have been rude not to eat what was served in front of me.
That's right. That's right. Food.
You know, I actually said that that one time that I tried long pig. if you guys have ever seen Archer, you know the reference.
What the heck is this, Hillbilly?
What's what?
You shared with me a picture of a turtle.
Turtle.
That was sent to me.
So, one of the things I like about Minecraft, speaking of turtles, and we kind of like bouncing about, you can make a helmet out of a turtle shell in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on. There we go. Scroll up.
The shell, it doesn't drop as often as you'd hope it would. I guess I remember when Jesse and I were playing on the Procrasticraft Season 1 server, and you popped in, and I was killing a bunch of turtles, and I'm like, "Don't tell Super Fast," and you're like, "I'm here in chat."
Oh my lord! Why didn't that save? Hold on a second. All right. Oh, that's right. There's a comma, not a dot. We need a dot.
So, speaking of games, Jesse just beat Mass Effect 2 last night.
Mass Effect. Whoop, whoop.
Although I noticed that she still has a lot of missions yet to complete.
No.
No, I didn't. I had them all done.
Turtle.
Oh, did you?
Who
It's
shared
looking
that
at me.
picture?
The
It looks
tortoise
like
is
me.
looking at me.
That is clearly a terrapin, everybody.
Make it stop. It's making eye contact with me.
That's a terrapin, not a tortoise. Terrapin.
Mm-hmm.
It means it can go in water and out of water. Fine. Turtles are water-based, and tortoises are strictly land-based. I don't know if you really wanted to hear that. I just wanted to.
Which goes back to the super-based tortoise.
Yeah. Super fast. But yeah. Turtles, tortoises.
Turtles are greater than tortoises.
Look, a turtle is not a tortoise, but a tortoise is a turtle. A terrapin is a turtle, but it's not a tortoise.
Okay. I'm lost.
Such a good start to a Friday. A million different directions and a ton of laughter. That's good.
Sometimes I think that Chat and Chill Friday is actually a Delirium Friday, but
Delirium. That's a magic keyword too.
Yep.
I have 4 cards in the graveyard and I'm going nuts. We're selling the best deals to you. Oh man. My coffee's almost depleted.
Mine's already gone.
Well, that's because you don't have a restraint to yourself.
I
You
know
drink your coffee straight up, and you're like, "Oh, I'm out. I have to wait forever to get my next cup."
The coffee is just so good.
You can always turn off your camera, go grab some coffee, and come back.
Well, I just drank the last bit of the pot.
hold on a second. I'll do this. Becky, can you make a pot of coffee for Hillbilly?
No.
Pretty much that's what she says. I'm pretty sure she's probably saying no. She says no to me too, so it's okay. Not exactly the best coffee girl that I've hired.
Kevin G says bog turtles are pog. And Ivory's like, just like how all champagne is sparkling wine, but not all sparkling wine is champagne. That's right.
Oh yes. Some sparkling wines are ciders.
Mm-hmm. That's
like
right.
Montanelli's, one of my favorite brands.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You gotta know your turtles. You gotta know your terrapins.
Yep.
One of the things I had to learn since I named myself Super Fast Tortoise is the difference between a tortoise and a turtle.
Yeah. It's very much similar to the difference between an Autobot and a GoBot. For those people from the 80s, you know my
GoBots
reference.
came out first, and they rebranded as Transformers and made better toys. Ta-da! Same storyline, basically.
Fact. It is a fact. You know, I was always more of a GoBots person, but to quote the Jay and Silent Bob movies, which we go back to that, the GoBots are the Kmart Transformers.
Right. Came out. No, GoBots came out before Transformers, and they decided to rebrand GoBots and named them Transformers. Got a group of people to build a storyline. They already had some of the Transformers that started the series out made, but they had to rebrand because GoBots weren't selling, but Transformers ended up selling huge.
Yep.
Also, the GoBots were I always, where my Transformers didn't break as often when transforming, my GoBots tend to break. They were a poor, lesser quality build,
Right.
for a toy.
That's right. And if you haven't yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying today's topic. We are live Monday through Fridays. Wednesdays and Fridays are more of our chat and chill days. Usually try to cover something magic. We do some fun stuff. If you're on Twitch's end, what should they do on Twitch, KJ?
Well, what you need to do on Twitch is you need to, if you haven't already done so, I know Ivory already hit that follow button, but come on over here over to the YouTube page and give Super Fast Tortoise and MTG Hillbilly a good old follow and subscribe. Because if you're interested in some great Magic the Gathering content, or if you're interested in an awesome morning show with the four of us, 2 humans and 2 tunes, the alternate name of the show. And come over here, and see us. I'm only streaming on Twitch for the morning show today. It's a one-off event, but every so often we're going to try to do something, and we're going to probably even do it again during the 27-hour subathon. But I have decided to reschedule for 2 weeks from now. So, well, not 2 weeks from now, but 2 weeks from next Wednesday. So it's technically 2.5 weeks.
Technically. But yeah. Well, I wanted you just to show yourself out a little bit, tell people to follow. Not all that. We're not closing the show out for another 8 minutes.
Oh, well, I I don't like shilling myself. Oh, it's so cringe.
Look, you're on Twitch.
I sort of say, is the show already over?
No. No, we got 4 minutes before we get to the shill section. I'm like I just told people to like button, subscribe, and I'm like, hey, what should they do on the Twitch? And he's like, follow these other guys. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, right. Make sure you follow somebody else. Don't. Why are you watching me? I know why you're watching me is because Jesse's always around. I watch me because Jesse's around.
Well, everybody wants a KJ because they want to get a little ahead in life.
Yeah, Kebby G, I am streaming today's show on Twitch today, and it's a one-off. I want to let the people on Twitch know, hey, I'm over here in the mornings because I do post and tell people I stream on the podcast, and I sometimes some of my Twitch following comes over here and hangs out, but not as often as they should. So I figured, why don't we give them an actual taste of what it's like hanging out over on YouTube for a minute when I cheat on Twitch with my YouTube family.
Oh, you guys are crazy. You're crazy.
Yep.
Hey, but no, it's like, you guys have plans for dinner tonight? Like tonight we're having crock pot ribs and mashed potatoes.
I'm eating whatever food the women cook.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you don't cook in your house.
I'm kind of like
every now and then I do.
I'm kind of like with Hillbilly on this one, and I'm letting whoever wants to cook, but at the same time, I can't knock it before I try it, and I might end up having to order a pizza and throwing some hot dogs on that pizza just so that way I can Jesse up the pizza, see what she finds appealing about it.
Mm-hmm. Hellwheeler is just all quiet.
Yep.
He's just going to realize afterwards how much of a numpty he is, and actually hot dogs on a pizza is yummy.
And then from there, I want to know how you're supposed to slice it. Is it supposed to be chunks? Is it supposed to be thin slices like pepperoni? Like, are you using like a kielbasa sausage, a hot dog?
Well,
type
remember when they did?
Why are you questioning how you do a sausage on a pizza so much?
You remember how they did hot dogs on a pizza at Pizza Hut? Is they made little nubs for the crust and they put hot dogs in it.
Oh, yeah.
Hot dog stuff in it, and they had to go around the edge, and you ate the hot dog crust first.
All
Like,
right, that is the subpar version of doing a hot
Oh,
dog stuffed crust.
subpar.
You need to put the entire hot dog in the crust and then wrap it up. Don't cheat me out on some little small sized portions of part of a hot dog in a stuffed crust. No. It should be just full hot dogs the whole way round.
why can't you just?
Wow.
Why not just put sausage in there? Like Italian seasoned sausage sounds so much better.
Oh yeah, it does.
Look, I love hot dogs. All right, don't get me wrong. I eat the cheap brand hot dogs from Walmart a lot, but on a pizza, the saltiness of a cheap brand hot dog does not sound good. And trust me, I know Pizza Hut and whoever, they're not going out of their way to get the fancy hot dogs. They're selling these at a high rate in bulk, so they're going cheap, and that doesn't sound amazing. Like going from a hot dog to red sauce and cheese, no.
I can see like a kielbasa. you
Right,
know.
kielbasa. See,
Yeah.
those seasoned meats are a lot better idea altogether.
Oh, okay. So Kebby G's letting us know we do it the same way as mac and cheese.
Yeah. You guys trying to create the most unhealthy pizza ever have to add bacon to it. Oh, I love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Bacon.
Oh yeah, salted bacon, extra salted bacon, like Ivory said earlier, with a little bit of maple syrup.
Tried Italian seasoned sausage on pizza and it wasn't worth it in my opinion. Well, I liked it. I
Me
tried
too.
it. But like
Me-
I'm the kind of person like you could throw about anything on a pizza.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I'm a human garbage disposal, according to some people I know. So I can just about eat anything.
Right?
Broccoli, chicken broccoli, and Alfredo sauce on a pizza. That's a die for.
Well, like broccoli on a pizza, the pizza has to be made a certain way. I'm not going to
yeah.
eat broccoli on red sauce. I like how they make
Yeah.
broccoli pizza. With
Broccoli
that
on
extra-
white sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White sauce is really good with it. Like I like the spinach pizzas that they make. You know, pizzas made certain ways are good.
Oh yeah.
Do you
like
like?
a hot dog pizza? Like if you're going to try to get me to enjoy a hot dog pizza, you got to make that thing flow. You know, you got to make that thing sound good.
I'm
like
thinking
it-
about it. Hot dogs might sound good on a white pizza. Now that we talked about white pizza, kind of like the same sauce they put on a chicken francese.
Hmm?
You know, that kind
you
of
know what
sauce.
else a hot dog might be good on with pizza? Pretzel crust.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it already has the salt in it, has that little chewiness, has a little extra thing. They even use cheese sauce on most of those pretzel pizzas. So
Oh yeah.
that
Hey.
sounds more correct.
I think so. I think so. But hey, Kebby G, I'm going to let you know that we will when we get Jesse to come to the United States, we'll make sure we get kosher hot dogs.
Mhm.
Is there such a thing as kosher hot dogs?
I'm
Yep.
pretty sure there is.
There
Okay,
is.
We'll get kosher
I
hot
mean,
dogs.
I think they're still having the problem of the meat and the cheese on the same thingy. But
Look,
can you
and-
really call hot dogs meat?
Look, we live in America. People are willing to pay more money for fake meat, like tofu or vegan like meat, because even when you're vegan, you still want that meat texture and that chewing flavor, whatever. People pay lots of money for that. I'm pretty sure there's a vegan hot dog out there for you.
Organic.
But yeah, so Jesse just corrected me, but because it's the meat and the cheese at the same time, because I read it wrong. Thank you, Jesse. But we'll figure out something. We'll do like maybe like one side, like I don't know. We'll figure it out. Kebby G, you got me a challenge there. We're gonna figure this out.
All right. Well, anyways, it is that time that we stretch our limbs and we get to
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the crew.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Woo! Look at that, everybody. We made it to the shill section, the thrill section, where everybody's here to catch those frills. That's right. And we're going to be awesome today, and we're going to start chilling for KJ the second time, because he's like those people does it more than once,
Oh,
But anyways, we're going to start chilling, and we're going to start chilling with the lady on wheels who goes past 100 miles per hour on the road when she's driving. Women drivers, they like to drive 5 times the speed limit. No, I'm
I
kidding.
wonder what that flash was.
Hey, there's no speedo on this chair. It's a bit hard to tell how fast I'm going.
Anyways, well, you don't have to go as fast. You can drive the normal speed limit and chill.
The normal speed limit. Oh, what's that? All right. Well.
Oh yeah, I'm kidding. By the way, people.
Yep.
Tonight, the chaos descends as it is Question Chaos. And we are going back to one of our more original sort of style episodes. We have questions. So we have a couple of cards that have had some gameplay questions and things coming up in the recent weeks. So we're going to be going through them, looking at the answers to said questions, and then also what else we can do with these cards. And just having a good old chat, basically. So if you're interested in Locale TCG, come along and check it out.
Check it out.
Indeed, indeed.
That's right. Now we're gonna roll over to the glass-cased man in the jar, the head in the jar, kjcowboydan, who's frowning.
Oh,
turn that frown upside down. There we go.
I didn't mean to. Ooh. So, if you guys are craving a slice of escapism with extra cheese, order up Procrastinating Across the Oceans on Wednesday night with Jesse Hellwheeler and kjcowboydan. It is a deep dish distraction delivered straight from the shores of I'll Do It Later, stuffed with daydreams, topped with existential delusions, and slow baked in wanderlust and ultimate indulgence for anyone dodging the deadlines with flair. Warning: our show may cause spontaneous planning of seaside sabbaticals and chronic avoidance to do things. Join us Wednesday nights for Procrastinating Across the Ocean, your one and only pizza.
One and only pizza.
Pizza? When have you turned our show into a pizza?
Well, KJ thinks he's the main slice.
Now they're going to eat us.
All right. Now, we're going to go from KJ Head in a Jar to the fantastic, the illustrious, the handsome, probably the most handsome person you met in the world, Hillbilly.
Hey, everybody. Today at 2 o'clock, I'm going to be playing Arena, trying to climb up on the ladder. And that's what the plan is for today. That's really all I got planned for today. And there'll be going to be some more plans tonight, but that's be for Super Fast to tell you about.
Yeah. So Hillbilly might need to take a nap before he goes. Hillbilly's not thinking he needs to take a nap. This is Super Fast Tortoise, and today's FNM Commander Night. We're going to play some Commander Night. And before I go, I'm probably going to go live before Commander Night to update this deck a little.
Cool.
So I can beat the living crap out of Hillbilly finally, you know? But anyways, that'll be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time instead of 6 p.m. We're going to try to catch those later people. Seems like 7, 8 are the magical times to get people to play some Commander. So we're going to try 7. Give me time to do the live before the show. Try to get things going. But hey, if you like today's show and you want to see more of us, we're Monday through Friday. We're live every morning at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Check us out. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. But I want to thank everybody for being on the show, from Hillbilly Hellwheeler to kjcowboydan, for being amazing on the show and being awesome guest stars. Even though today KJ is kind of a star of his own because he's on Twitch. That's right. And with that, I want to thank everybody in chat for showing up. And hey, I want to thank you people from Twitch to join the show today. This might be your first time. Ivory, thank you for being here. Kebby G, Kebby G, Lone Wolf, everybody else who showed up, TCG dude, you guys rock, you guys roll. Everybody showed up. I can't scroll up chat very much because I'm rolling. But anyways, I want to thank you everybody for showing up, being awesome. I want to thank all my channel members for supporting the show financially. Thank all my subscribers for keeping me here, keeping me afloat as we're growing towards our main goal to become fully monetized on YouTube. I want to thank everybody, and I want to get to that sweet outro. Here we go.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Friends and friends that bend the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show.